He's always had a relationship from his teachers, his peewee coaches, everybody. I mean, they, for some reason, are drawn into him. Even his buddies, even his friends. And I tell him, I say, Selman, that's not natural. People don't usually love on you like that. You know, don't take it for granted.
Yeah, don't take things for granted. And Dean, as you welcome back into the Game Day Show, I'm here with Evan Chemical. And Evan, the thing about all these football players, some people sometimes forget, man, they got some incredible journeys that got them up into this point, and you're going to highlight one for us today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the fun things we get to do on this job when we get to travel around the South and go to all these different states. We ended up on a road trip for baseball back in May, meeting up with the Bridges family down in Temple, Texas. And Selman is a guy, if you look at your prototypical defensive back right now, he's tall, he's lanky, and he's athletic. That's three things that you really want to see, not only in the college level, but also in the NFL level. And when Jacob and I got to sit down with his parents, they told us about his story. And honestly, what was really surprising for us, his hesitancy at first to play football.
To see him start football at 4 and you know, his mom not wanting to play, to him actually growing to love football. He's a dog. He has that dog in him.
Selman Bridges Jr. was as highly touted of a prospect as anyone else coming out of the state of Texas. He was ranked 68th in ESPN's 300 rankings, the number 5 cornerback in the country, and the number 7 overall prospect in Texas. But before all the attention, he was the undersized 4-year-old playing up in Pee Wee football, coached by his dad.
It means a lot. I mean, Selman came from his mom not wanting him to play tackle football, to me kind of accepting the role of a Pee Wee coach. And Selman was only 4 years old. I mean, he was late birthday, so he didn't turn 5 until May. So he was in there with 5 and 6-year-olds playing tackle football, and his mom didn't want it. He didn't want it either.
My biggest concern was him being tackled, and I didn't want him to be tackled. So when he started at 4, like, he never got any playing time, and I was happy.
Then Selman grew, filling up his 6'2", 175 frame and making people take notice on the football field. But underneath the helmet, his parents say the hard-hitting kid was still figuring out who he was.
He's kind of quiet, and he doesn't speak up for himself. So making sure that he knew who he was loved, he was valued, he was worthy for everything that he gets.
With him playing up, he's seen the qualities of the older kids, so the kids his age. He just took on the initiative to be a leader.
Once he found that voice and became the quiet leader he is today, that's when the offers started to roll in. Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss, Texas, Tennessee, you name it, they were after Selman. But the one place that stood out?
And with that being said, for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be going to Arkansas.
When we got to Arkansas, I went there thinking, we're just going because Selman wants to go. He's not playing here. And I'm like, he's not gonna stay here. He's not gonna like it. And we got there and we met Coach Woodson and Coach Wilson and Coach T. Will and Coach Pittman. And I just fell in love with them because the way they embraced him and they loved on him, and they were talked about building him up from a boy to a man on the field and off the field.
For Selman Sr., the hill touched a bit closer to his heart.
Me playing ball, I had an offer from Arkansas. It's like, Dad, guess what? And I was like, what? I got the Arkansas offer. I was like, what? I said, Arkansas? So he knew what he was doing when he came to me with that. He was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do something you didn't do.
Whether he's the 4-year-old playing up in Pee Wee football, on the field at Razorback Stadium, or helping recruit new Razorback players and fans around the country and the world, the Bridges know the sky is the limit for number 2.
He's already made us proud, you know.
Yeah.
If he does anything else, it's just exceeding that.
That's it, that's it. You said it, baby, that's it.
Yeah, really fun time talking to Selman and his parents. The issue with Selman today is he will not be playing. He'll be out with an injury. And